Guys, cover stories. We just finished the longest cover story that we've ever gotten, and I can't lie guys, it was horrible. You know it's a problem when the most interesting that happened in it was figuring out that Moria is slightly more interesting than we thought. But it made me realize a lot of people don't actually know about the older cover stories. Be it because they were so focused on the manga that they skipped past it, or maybe they were just anime only. So I'm on a mission to explain all the cover stories one by one, this time reviewing Ace's great Blackbeard search. But before we get into explaining the greatest side quests of all time, y'all, please do something for me. Like the video, okay? That's highly important. Subscribe to the channel for more anime content just like this every week, and share it around with all your friends who love the series. You know we always say here, let's get it going. And make sure you subscribe to me and my boys over at CSY and run up our Minecraft video. Now this cover story spans from chapter 272 to chapter 305 for a total of 29 installments. Our story starts off on a random island. We see a certain restaurant owner complaining about a certain man who has just dined and dashed. The restaurant owner just begging someone to catch him. And of course we see that the dashee is none other than Ace. And I mean, it makes sense. We already know from Alabasta that this guy loves to eat. He's very much so like Luffy in that way. But y'all, Ace low-key has too many problems, cause why did I just remember that he has chronic narcolepsy? And some people will hear me say that and be like, so do Luffy and Garp. Mind you, he's not related to them. It doesn't even have anything to do with the cover story, but like, can we get that checked out, please? Well, actually, no, we can't anymore. Guys, I promise, the whole video isn't just gonna be me joking about how he got himself killed, despite what the title says. Ace simply apologizes and then turns his attention away. He goes to the docks and starts asking people around about Blackbeard. Some of the villagers point him out to this one guy, and Ace immediately kicks him in the face, being like, yep, I found him, this is my guy. But turns out he's actually got the wrong person, because the guy he kicked is actually a medical practitioner called Dr. Blackbeard. And might I just add, I can't really blame Ace for that one. Blackbeard is such a particular name to also have by coincidence. The villagers react in anger because, of course, how dare you attack our local doctor and throw him in a river? And of course, Ace, being a devil fruit user, can't swim, so he actually starts to drown. To think that the guy was almost defeated by common less than fodder? That's crazy. As he moves further downstream, he is then saved by a milk girl named Moda. Now if this sounds familiar to you, well, it should, because Moda is the same girl whose island got wiped out by Imu's giant sky laser and was then brought into the Revolutionary Army by Sabo. In fact, as it turns out, the island Ace is on itself is actually called Lulu. Sorry. There is no island by that name. But nah, it's crazy that 2 years ago Ace landed there, and 2 years later the Ace that we had at home also wound up in the same spot. Anyway, Moda saves him and takes him to her family's dairy farm where she's currently living at alone. Where are her parents? We don't know. Ace eventually wakes up and thanks Moda for saving him, you know, as one would. And then Moda just starts blushing and hands him a letter. And just on this, did anybody else think that this was a love letter? Because seriously, why the hell is she cheesing this hard? Regardless, Moda says that this is a letter that she wants delivered, and Ace of course agrees in a heartbeat, trying to repay her for having just saved him. And I swear this really is like when you're playing the story mode of an RPG and then you accept the random side quest. This is really frying me. So Ace heads over to the G2 Marine base, which is actually where the letter is supposed to be delivered at. He realizes that being undercover may be better for business, so he knocks the living daylights out of a Marine soldier and steals his clothes. He infiltrates the base and finds his way to the dining hall, where of course his gluttonous self, his big back self, cannot help but overindulge. However, at that moment, Ace hears another Marine talking shit about Whitebeard, so he publicly beats him up. And it's just like, Ace, buddy, look, I understand your loyalty to Whitebeard, but do you not understand what the concept of undercover means? With his cover blown, he just starts making a mad dash for it. He eventually finds and beats up a Marine commander, stealing his clothes instead and still hiding from the people who are chasing him. Meanwhile, we cut to a conference room in G2 and we're introduced to Vice Admiral Komil. Everyone say hi to Komil. Y'all, Komil gives the look of somebody who genuinely doesn't have time for any nonsense and he's just trying to get through the day. Which isn't good when you're in the cover story of one of the most nonsensical beings to ever grace the Blue Star. Today, Komil is actually trying to lead a meeting, but everyone just acknowledges, damn, this coffee is way too bitter. We then cut to the waters outside the Marine base and there's actually a Marine ship approaching. However, it gets set ablaze by some pirates and everybody starts panicking because there are some super secret documents on the ship. At that moment, a Marine commander jumps into the fire and saves some of the documents as well as an unconscious Marine. And of course, this turns out to be Ace, who is immune to the flames because of his devil fruit. But this always made me wonder, was Ace here doing it because he was trying to keep his cover? And then you think about it and you're like, nah, that can't be it. There's only one fireman in this world and it's not that hard to put it together. So if he actually wanted to keep it on the down low, he wouldn't have gone to help. But the thing is, Ace is a really kind-natured person, just like Luffy. Despite being pirates, they're not the kind of people who would just like see people and let them suffer or get killed just cause. Also, Ace isn't smart. The feds of course realize that it's Ace and start shooting at him, but of course it just passes through his body because he's a Logia. And then Ace does one of the most disrespectful things I think I've ever seen in this series, and crouches on Cole Mill's head. Do you know how much you gotta be trying to aura farm to hand somebody a letter while both of your souls are on his bald scalp and while all the other people around him are trying to shoot you to no effect? Oh, and by the way, Cole Mill is no slouch. He's a vice admiral, which canonically means that he has armament and observation haki. So hey, he really could have fought Ace if he wanted to. Would he have won? Probably not, but he could have tried. But I don't really blame him for not. I mean, again, bro just wants good coffee. At any rate, that's when it's revealed that the letter was actually Moda asking the base if they would like to buy any of her milk. Pause. Which coincidentally is the perfect solution to their bitter coffee problem. And so, a Marine ship passes by Moda's house to get some milk, and as it turns out, Moda's parents are the Marine cooks aboard, so they have a cute reunion there. The Marine's coffee tastes much better and they're quite happy about it. And as for Ace, he got some info on Blackbeard's whereabouts from the Marine ship and continues on his main quest. Y'all like what I just did there? You know the kind of where are they nows that they do at the end of documentaries sometimes? And of course from there, we know where the story goes. Ace eventually does find Blackbeard on Bonaro Island, challenges and loses to him, and from then on a chain reaction is set in motion which eventually leads to Ace's demise. And things aren't that much better for Moda. She herself isn't dead, but 2 years later, her entire way of life gets absolutely annihilated. We don't even know if her parents are okay, but hey, at least she joined the revolutionaries. But also there was the time where she got so pumped up by Bello Betty's cheer fruit that she was able to take out a pirate captain worth 52 million with just a stick, so hey, put her in Betty's army all the time. And guys, I hope we all learned something from Ace's misadventures. Maybe if you're being rage baited by a war general with anger issues and the devil fruit with the highest attack power of all the magical fruits, maybe we don't respond. Let's try not falling for the bait. Unless of course you want to turn into Katakuri's favorite food. I really tried with the donut jokes, guys. I was not successful. But how successful was I in conveying this cover story to you? Let me know your thoughts and more in the comments, as well as if you like this one and which cover story I should review next. And while you're down there, do all the great things that YouTube likes, you know, like the video, subscribe, share it around. That's gonna be all for me. I'll catch you on the next one, and always remember, one piece, one life. By the time this comes out, it already would have happened, but guys, I have an interview earlier today. It's for a job that I'm really hoping to get into, and I really just need a job post-grad, so please pray for me.